go on YouTube. This is a quick search. I'm finding a way to get that word. How to on Discord mobile while there's no point in having my amazing soundboard.
Yes, Ben?
What was pole in tier 1?
I don't know. I didn't race tier 1.
Well, yours was pole.
Wait, I found a way I can get full Discord. So that means I can see everything. I can see chats and everything on my PlayStation. Oh my face, mate. You lot might be in trouble here. I might be able to spam soundboards now whenever I want.
How to make it a button on your wheel.
Oh, good God.
But yeah, I could make it a button on my wheel.
Every time it activates DRS, just a random sound comes up.
Settings. Okay. Scrap qualifying, this is more important.
Okay.
What does he say?
And oh, it is a full wet qualifying. Heavy rain here at Austria for qualifying in tier 2. Who's gonna be the first one out of the garage to set a lap? We will have to wait and see.
It will be me.
You're not even in the lobby, mate, so shush. Excuse me. As it's gonna be Phony Lobster gonna be the first one out of the pit lane. And he is on inters, and that's Jaden in the McLaren out behind him. That's
Wait, is it like
yep, that's Namad. It is heavy rain. Namad. Phony Lobster will be the first one to set a lap on the inters as he goes through turn 3 at the top of the hill on the run down to turn 4 now. Jaden behind in turn 3. Pulling off of the racing line to let Namad through.
hold on, if you muted us.
No.
Yeah, that's great on the stream, mate. Alright, I need to, I know what I need to do.
Lando in the Ferrari is out on track. Anyway, let's see what is Phony Lobster going to do for his first lap as he goes around the final corner now to start his lap. Oh yes. No.
I just have to use my amazing comedic effect to its fullest potential.
There we go. Track master, there we go.
Whenever you're on board with me, can you remove the ERS please? So my face.
I have it off anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Down to turn 4 comes Phony Lobster now.
You missed turn 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I know now. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna be your PV.
Ah, this. Neymad goes quickest with a 115 flat. Xavi with a 116.3.
Nah, he won't respond to you, Rich. Don't
116.5.
let the Irish Crofty do his thing.
What did I do with my phone?
Great.
Shush. And who is that has just done a lap? Jaden has done a lap. He goes fifth with a 116.7. Who is on a lap? Oh, Harrison does a 17.0. Harrison clearly not liking the wet conditions. Who's next to be on a lap? Is it one of the Red Bulls? Vengiok has invalidated. Neymad around the final corner is 2 seconds down, is starting a lap. Xavi. Is Xavi on a lap? It looks to be. Xavi is 2 tenths up. Apparently it's a purple sector 1. Around turn 3 now. It's wet conditions, mate. Shush. Through turn. Snoo goes quickest with a 14.7. 3 tenths clear of Neymad in P2. Dino around turn 9. And now around turn 10. A little moment there. To the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 16.5. Enough to keep him P5. Harrison has done a 16.4. Getting himself up into P4. Neymad over the crest to turn 9. Around turn 10 now. To the line. What's it gonna be? It's going to be a 14.5. He retakes pole. Provisional pole. Well, of course it's gonna be delayed, mate. Harrison. Snoo goes quicker. 14.4. He does a 14.4, reclaiming provisional pole. Ben, mate, shut up. Harrison breaks into the 15s, keeps himself P4 for the moment. Is Nando on a lap? I have no idea. Let's see. He seems to be anyway. He doesn't show signs of slowing down. Excuse me. Nando. Neymad retakes provisional pole position with a 14.1. Neymad, Ben, shush. Fuck this. As Phony Lobster goes P3 with a 15 flat. Xavi is in the pits. Harrison 6 tenths up as of the end of sector 2 through the final corner and to the line. What is he going to set? Will it be enough for provisional pole? It won't. He improves by 5 tenths. Gets himself into P4 ahead of Xavi. Luki P6 with a 15.6. Vengiok a 16.2 on his controller. Jaden, what's he going? Is he on a lap? I don't think he is. No, he isn't. as Dino is off the track in turn 9. Is he starting a lap? I do not know. Is the Alpine on an outlap at last? Dino, I have no idea if he's on a lap. Think he might be. To the braking zone now. He is on a lap. He is 9 thousandths down on his lap. Towards turn 4 now. A big drop in elevation here. Downhill braking zone for turn 4. Towards turn 6 now. I'm not going to say the other number. I do not want people going absolutely crazy in my chat because I said 2 numbers. Anywho, Dino, will he improve? I have no idea if he's been improving in that second sector. He's on a lap. The Alpine gets in his way. The Alpine gets in the way of Dino. Is he still going to improve after that? To the line now. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 15.4. It's still a 1.1 second improvement, even with the Alpine getting in the way. Is Harrison on a lap? Yes, he is. Through to the end of sector 2 now. He's up by a 10.5. Still won't be enough for P3 at the moment. But we will have to see what he can do in this final sector. Over the crest now into turn 9. A snap out of turn 9. Through turn 10 to the line. Is he going to maintain that improvement? He is. He improves by a 10th. It's a 15.2. Keeps him P4 for the moment. We have 6 minutes left in this session. Snoo is invalid. Foamy Lobster is invalid. Xavi is on a lap. What's he going to be able to do as he goes on the run towards turn 4? Very big elevation change here. Downhill braking zone, as I said once before, as that was a Cadillac destroying a board in the background. Xavi has aborted his lap. Jaden is on an invalid lap. Is Harrison is on a cool down lap. Neymar though, he's on a lap. He's up. He's down. Up or down? Fuck. Anyway, he's improving through turn 4. Downhill braking zone yet again. Having to make micro adjustments to the wheel as the car wants to snap. Through turn 6 to the end of sector 2. Is he going? He's a 4 tenths. He's 4 tenths improving. Is it going to be a 13? Yellow flag caused by a Ferrari of Nando. Through turn 9 after going over that crest. He doesn't invalidate. He keeps it on the road to the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 13.5, a 6.5 tenth improvement. He keeps provisional pole. Xavi still not on the lap, as that's England who goes P4 with a 15 flat. Our championship leader is currently in P5. Luki, is he on a lap? By the looks of it, he is through turn 4. Has to be careful on the throttle here with the wet conditions as to not overheat his tyres with these drying conditions. He is 5.5 tenths up. He is currently going quicker than Harrison. Through the final 2 corners now, and he invalidates in the final corner. He aborts the lap. Nando over the crest now on a lap towards turn 9, through turn 9. He invalidates in turn 9. Because that's Vengiok. Vengiok has went ahead of the championship leader. Harrison on an outlap. And championship leader on an outlap. Is Neymar on another lap? I think he might be. No, he isn't. He is 1.3 seconds down. Is Vengiok on a lap? No, he's 14 seconds down. Xavi getting ready to go on a lap as he lets through Vengiok. And what looks to be the Haas of Phony Lobster, who is on an outlap. Snoo starts a flying lap. Is he going to be and he's invalidated. Shit. Whoops. Neymar, is he on a lap? No. I am looking for something to commentate. What is Xavi doing? Xavi's just having a little bit of fun by the looks of it. Harrison starting a flying lap now. Is he going to be able to get anywhere near these top few people? Through turn 1, nice and tidy. Down the straight towards turns 2 and 3. Yellow flags being caused by Xavi. He's not going to be too happy about that. He is still almost a tenth down on his time. Up on his time, sorry. Through turn 3 now. A bit slidey out of there. Down towards turn 4. Quite literally down towards turn 4. Is he going to keep it nice and neat? He locks up the front a bit and has a bit of a snap up on the rear as he goes towards turn 4 now. Turn 6 to finish sector 2. Is he improving? He is. He's improving by 0.4 of a second. Can he challenge? Is he going to be able to find enough time through these final 2 corners as he goes over the crest to turn 9, through to turn 10, to the line, keeps it in track limits, to the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 14.5, a 7/10 improvement, and he gets himself into provisional P3 as Neymar goes even quicker with a 13.1, keeps himself in provisional pole. As that is Nando starting a lap, I think, as he somehow improves by 1.4 seconds or so. Snoo on a lap over the crest to these final 2 corners, through the fast right-hander turn 9, through turn 10, snap out of turn 10 to the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be provisional pole by 0.005 of a second. Snoo takes provisional pole, possibly pole position. Our championship leader seems to be on another lap through turn 9. He invalidates. Harrison invalidates Vengiok on an invalid. Neymar to the line. He doesn't improve. Snoo on pole position. Dino on a lap. Is he going to improve? Is he going to be able to challenge? He is 2/10 down. He won't be able to challenge. Phony. He's on an invalid lap. The Alpine to the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 14.7. Enough for P5. Dino through the final corner to the line. What's it gonna be? He doesn't improve. He stays P7. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our grid for the Austrian Grand Prix. I missed that. Xavi P3 with a 14.1. Harrison is going to be livid. As that's Snoo on pole position. Neymar in second. Xavi third. Our championship leader in 4th, Vengiok in 5th, England in 6th. England in 6th, Dino in 7th, Phony Lobster in 8th, Jaden in 9th, Lukey in 10th, and Nando in dead last. just 5 thousandths separates the top two here in qualifying as we go onto the Grand Prix. That was entertaining. Time for the Grand Prix. It's gonna be a dry Grand Prix to the delight of Harrison. It's gonna be dry here in Austria. As it's 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. Harrison not getting a great start. Xavi getting an equal start as that's 3 wide into turn 1. They all get through it cleanly. Dino dropping down to 9th. Harrison maintaining P4. As Nando is looking to get past, he goes down the inside. Oh! Nando with a huge send hits the Alpine but keeps it into into P7 as that's the Cadillac of Phony Lobster around. Oh my days, Nando is into P6 from dead last on the grid. Nando is into P6 in just 2 sectors. He's now on the Svengiok gets past. Vengiok gets back past him in turn 7. Harrison is going to be chasing down these top few as he's right on the back of Neymad in P3. Possible race strategies there, although I think that is very unlikely that they're going to do anything like that. As Snu obviously sets the fastest lap, he is almost a second out in front already, ahead of Xavi. Xavi actually up into P2, Neymad. Nando gets a 3-second penalty. Is Harrison going to send it down the inside? He looks, but he backs out of it. Neymad right on the back of Xavi. This is going to be an interesting fight. Is Harrison going to have enough battery down this straight to get past Neymad? He's going to go down the inside of turn 4, and there's a VSC! There's a VSC! What has happened here? Nando has no front wing, neither does Jaden. What has happened here? Harrison actually gets that move done. Somehow. On Neymad now, he just has to focus on getting Xavi. Snu is already 2 seconds up the road. Harrison is going to want to dispatch Xavi as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. As that's Snu into the pits. Snu is pitting. He is definitely committing to the two-stop now. There is no way those hards are getting him to the end. That now lets Harrison have his sights on the race leader. The new race leader, Xavi. As that's 4 people into the pits under this safety... under this full safety car. Okay. It's just that it says VSC. Jesus. Harrison into P2, of course, because of the leader Snoo boxing, who is now behind Dino, Vengiok and England. He's going to have some... Is he on hards? Yes, he is. He is going to have a challenge and a half getting those to the end. 33 laps isn't exactly easy on those tires. 33 laps isn't exactly easy, even on the last... Even on these rides. You may have less tire wear because of the less stress we're putting through them, but that's Harrison starting on the hards actually. Same with Xavi. That's why they haven't boxed, I'm guessing. Neymar, hards. Hards for the Alpine. Mediums for Vengiok. Hards for the Mercedes. Luki and Nando, they'd be on... Luki's on hards, Nando's on mediums. Obviously, they've had to divert from their original strategies. Jaden, I believe he's on the hards, and the Cadillac on the mediums. As we are actually going to get map data. As that's a 3-second penalty for Funny Lobster under safety car for track limits. I want to see the tyres. That is the tyres of everyone in the race. I'm going to turn those off now actually. Maybe position changes? I'll leave it as that. As everyone is catching up to the safety car. Safety car in at the end of this lap. Xavi will lead us away from this safety car. The entire top 4 on hards, except for Vengiok in the top. In P5 on mediums. When is Xavi going to choose to go? Harrison is trying to get him to get a move on. Harrison just being a Kimi Räikkönen amongst these weaving drivers. There's something going on in the back with Snoo and Dino. Is Xavi gonna go? And he's gone. Xavi has gone. Harrison is still within that overtake range. Oh, that's Snoo crashing in the pit lane. And Snoo, after crashing in the pit lane, that's the Cadillac back into the pits. Harrison can now chase down Xavi for this race lead. Up towards turn 3, he's going to go around the outside. He's going to try to switch back. Can't get it done. But he has another chance now towards turn 4. Where is he going to go? He stays behind. Harrison chasing down Xavi. Neymar in P3. Falling off of the race leaders by the looks of it. Harrison continues to chase down Xavi in this Austrian Grand Prix, as Neymar has clawed back a little bit of that time that he has lost through turn 9, through turn 10. Harrison now gets the overtake mode on Xavi. Is this going to be enough to get Harrison past? Is up towards turn 1. He gained to be right there on Xavi's gearbox. Down towards turns 2 and 3. Is he going to be able to get the move done? To the inside of the corner. Harrison threading the needle. but can't quite get it done, and is now under threat from Neymad on the exit of turn 3. Aggressive defending from Xavi, but it is all fair. Neymad stays behind. Harrison will be fuming. Harrison, though, he still has 30 laps to get this move done. He will be fuming after that, though. As towards turn 9 now, Neymad is closer than he was last lap. Through turn 9. Oh, he goes off the track. That's going to be a warning. Harrison once again has overtake mode. Is he going to be able to get the move this time around? Up towards turn 1. He stays behind through turn 1. Now on the run down to turn 3, pretty much. His turn 2 is completely flat. He stays behind into turn 3. Neymad closing in under braking. Harrison is having to look both ways here. As that's Dino getting past Nando. And Lukey getting past Nando as well. Into P8 goes the Williams. And Jaden is leading this train almost a second ahead of Dino. Is he going to be able to break that second in these next 2 corners? Because if he wants to stay ahead, he's going to have to break the second. He hasn't. I will keep an eye on those. Venjok is hanging on with these top 4 on his controller, obviously, as Harrison dips a tyre into the grass. Lukey gets a 3-second penalty. Harrison staying ahead of Neymad once again, dropping off of... Oh, that's a snap out of turn 1, dropping off of Xavi. Harrison is towards turn 3, goes around the outside. He's going for it around the outside. Xavi giving him just enough space. He can't get the move done. Harrison is going to try again towards turn 4. He opts to stay behind, recharge a bit of the battery as Neymad goes down the inside of turn 4. Can't get the move done as Harrison out-tractions him on the outside. Wow. What amazing racing this is. Harrison is not going to be happy. He wants to get this move done, but he also has Neymad to worry about on his gearbox. As we go through the final 2 corners, as that's Dino overtaking Jaden before the overtake. Jaden could possibly get this back as Neymad moves into P2, into turn 1. Jaden going for it down the inside of turn 1. Jaden gets the move done, not albeit with pushing Dino off the track, sort of, as that's Lukey going for the move on Jaden, as England gets up into P3. If I was Harrison, as there's contact between Lukey and Jaden, Jaden isn't going to be happy about that, as through goes Dino on Lukey. Is he going to get the move on Jaden? Around the outside, he's going to try it around the outside. Jaden defends that well. As through goes Lukey on Dino. Dino down into P8, Jaden back up into P6. As Harrison gets himself back into P3. Trying to chase down these top 2 for the win. As Venjok has dropped off of them by quite a bit. Harrison going to want to get, obviously wanting to get this. Nando gets a 3-second penalty. I think that's his second one. I have no idea. Yep, that was his second one. It's down towards turn 3. That's Lukey trying to defend, getting past Jaden. Jaden trying to go for it down the inside. Can't get it done. He is now on the rear of Lukey as Harrison actually gets into P2. into turn 4. Lukey seems to be keeping this as Dino is getting past Nando. Or is that Nando trying to get past Dino? Nando on the inside of turn 6. Dino giving him the space. Around the outside, he defends it like a lion. Harrison is going to be picking up the pace now, as that's Neymar gaining like mad on him. But he can't gain quite enough. He opts to stay behind. Harrison trying to get past Xavi, but Neymar isn't going to be helping his case as he's trying to get past Harrison. As Harrison goes down the inside of Xavi. Oh no, he doesn't. He defends it from Neymar though. As Harrison lives for another day to try and fight Xavi towards the inside. Oh, Neymar on the inside of Harrison. Down the inside. Harrison trying to get the switch back. Can't get it done. Excuse me. Harrison drops into P3. As Neymar gets himself back into P2. They are going for it here today at Austria. Xavi in the lead. Has held on to that lead since the safety car restart, as it's Harrison falling back a bit. Obviously doesn't have all that, as that's Lukey into the pits. It's going quite slow into the pits. That was not the pit entry I would normally like to see from a driver into the pit lane, as he puts on the hard tyre. No front end plate. Ah, right, that's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue for Lukey. I think that's why he was coming into the pits, as Dino is fighting Jaden. A bit scruffy back here, but we take it. Jaden stays ahead of Dino. What's going on up here is Harrison is closer now to Neymar and Xavi than he was on the previous lap. They're both going to have overtake now. Will they both be able to get past Xavi this time around? As they go through turn 1. Down the on the run now to turn 3. Once again for the 13th time this race, as Neymar is going to go around the outside of Xavi. Xavi blocks him off. Keeps it in P1 for now. Is Xavi going to have the speed on the exit down this straight towards turn 4? He isn't. Is Harrison going to go for the move on Neymar? He tries it around the outside. Neymar blocks him off. Wow. Xavi keeps the lead. Neymar just about keeps P2. Harrison in P3. These three are going for it. Neymar is closer than ever through these corners. Over the overtake line now. Is he going to go for it on the main straight? He is! Neymar is going for it on the inside of Xavi. Xavi squeezing him to the wall. Neymar gets past Xavi. Xavi still side by side. Xavi backs off. Neymar gets past, as that's Harrison going to overtake Xavi now as well. Down the inside of turn 3. Xavi, in just the space of 3 corners, drops to P3. Neymar gets himself into the lead. Harrison gets himself into P2 as he's gaining on Neymar as he goes down the inside. Down the inside for Harrison into turn 4. Can he get it done? He is still side by side. Harrison into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Neymar drops back down into P2. Harrison into P1. For the first time in this Austrian Grand Prix, Harrison gets into P1. Neymar is coming back at him. He looks for the move into turn 9. Can't get it done. It's down the main straight we go now. Is it going to be a carbon copy from Neymar? It is. Harrison drops back down into P2. Xavi will be hoping to get the move done down this straight. Is he going to be able to, though? No, he is not. Harrison closing in, under braking. Xavi has an amazing exit, but it's not quite enough to get close to Harrison. Harrison just flying here today. Excuse me. Harrison keeps his P2. That is a change at the back because of pits. Neymar gets a 3-second penalty. Harrison, Xavi going for it, trying to look for the move on the inside of turn 9 as he pits. He was going to the right because he wanted to pit. Harrison now left looking at Neymar's rear wing all alone. That's actually a really early stop for a hard runner. He's onto another set of hards. He's going for a 2-stop here. I have a feeling these two are going to be going for the 1-stop. As down the inside goes Harrison on Neymar. On exit, activates the active aero and probably his battery. Still side by side with Neymar down this straight into turn 4 on the inside. Gets the move done. Harrison into P1. Neymar back down into P2. Through turn 6 they go. Harrison in the lead. Neymar in P2 with a 3-second penalty. All Harrison has to do to keep his hopes of winning this race alive is stay on track. Neymar will most likely go for a move on him again, as they've lost about a second this lap to Xavi, as he's purple in the middle sector on his outlap. But that won't be bothering them, as they are going for the 1-stop, I believe. As Neymar looks for the move on the inside, not close enough. Gets a better exit than Harrison has. Most likely has battery enabled and active aero enabled. He looks to the inside of turn 4. Gets the move done. Neymar back into the lead. Harrison has to settle in behind. Harrison staying very close to Neymar. Will he go for it on this next lap? As Luki does the fastest lap of the race. As Xavi is now within 15 seconds of these two. And Harrison! Harrison has a snap! Harrison! Harrison has... Harrison! Xavi does the fastest lap of the race. Harrison almost puts it in the wall. He has no damage. He will be able to continue. But will he be able to gain 2 seconds on Neymar to gain that place at the end of the race? Because Xavi is now within 10 seconds of him. This is a master undercut from Xavi, but he will have to box again. He started on hards. He's went to hards again. He is going to have to box again. The tyre wear clearly getting to Harrison. Will Neymar box at the end of this lap as he activates active aero? Is he going to peel in? He isn't. He stays out yet again. Harrison! Harrison gets a 3-second penalty. It is all falling apart for the Englishman. My God. That's the Cadillac in the pits as they lap the Cadillac. Harrison's race is falling apart. Xavi. on his way currently to secure the win. If he can, he's gonna have to box twice though. That's the thing. Xavi in P3 as of the moment, as England is being gained on by Vengiok on those fresh hards, I believe. And he's being gained on quite quickly. Vengiok has gained 5 tenths in one straight. Is Vengiok going to get a move on the Alpine? The Alpine taking a very weird line there, as they both go through turn 6 to the end of sector 2, now through turn 7, turn 8, up and over the crest to turn 9, as that's Harrison in the pits putting on a set of mediums. I predicted it. He's on a one stop. Xavi is now 14 seconds. Oh my god. He's been passed by... That is the biggest undercut I have ever seen. Xavi is 14 seconds behind Neymad. As it stands, if Neymad pits, Xavi will be ahead, but he will have to pit again. I believe England has to pit as well, and Vengiok will have tyres that are way older than Harrison's. Harrison should be gaining like it's no problemo. As I say that, he gains 5 tenths in just a single corner as he goes purple in the middle sector. He's on the mediums. Will he be able to carry these 16 laps without well, having a snap, as Neymad stays out even longer? Neymad is going well deep into this race. Xavi will have to box again, so he's probably not worrying about that, as that's Harrison flying past Vengiok, but trying to fly past Vengiok. He goes down the inside of turn 3. They're still side by side on the exit. Will Harrison get the move done? Is Harrison going to get the move done? They're still side by side into turn 4. Harrison gets the move done and is now chasing back down P3. The Alpine, as Neymad boxes. Neymad into the pits. Where will he come out in comparison to Harrison? England, is he going to box? England stays out. Harrison has to stay behind the Alpine. Neymad on pit exit now, and he's going to stay ahead of Harrison. And England is being chased down by Harrison. Xavi in the lead as of the moment, but he will have to box again. Xavi gaining on the Alpine. Harrison gaining on the Alpine down the inside of turn 3. Gets the move done. And off he goes, chasing down the Red Bull in front of him. As Lukey gets another penalty. Xavi the only one here without a penalty, but he will have to box again, as he is not making it to the end. He will be disqualified from this race if he doesn't go off of those hard tyres. So I wonder what lap he's going to on those tyres, as oh my god, Neymad is on his fresh mediums and gaining like there's no tomorrow on Xavi. Harrison in P3 at the moment, as he does the fastest lap with a 107 flat, has gained 3 tenths so far this lap on Neymad. Neymad, if he catches Xavi, will be held up. So could this benefit Harrison here today, as the Alpine is dropping off as expected. Vengiok is dropping off as well. Vengiok is dropping off the Alpine. As that is a Ferrari and a McLaren in turn 1. Ferrari off the road. Lukey into the pits. Lukey into the pits to change his tyres. The Cadillac is coming around. Final corners. Xavi. 3.3 seconds. 3.1 seconds to Neymar. I don't think Xavi has gotten this strategy right. Harrison has lost time to Neymar. Oh! Harrison loses his wing! Harrison! In the wall! Oh! Heartbreak for Harrison. That's a virtual safety car. Harrison is not gonna be happy about that. And he spun it out of turn 3. Oh, Harrison. Oh, Harrison, mate, what have you done? That's a VSC. There's a lapped car between Xavi, and he gets himself another penalty. It's a lapped car between Xavi and Neymar. Drive through for the Cadillac as we get green once again. Xavi stays out for another lap on those hards. Neymar gets past the Williams. Oh, Harrison. What have you done, my guy? My God. The championship leader has to box again to replace his wing. We will have to see where he can recover to, as that's Neymar gaining on Xavi. No surprise there. Harrison has left the session. Why has Harrison left the session? No. No. Why has Harrison left the session? Harrison has left the session. Why has he left the session? That's England on the podium. Neymar right on the back of Xavi. On the main straight now, he's going to have overtake and active aero. He's going to wait for this run down into turn 3 to take the lead away from Xavi. That's Neymar on the outside. Xavi trying to defend this. He defends it very aggressively. Neymar will have the power on this straight as he flies into being side by side with Xavi around the outside. Xavi goes deep. It's the switchback from Neymar. Neymar gets himself into the lead. Xavi coming back at him into turn 6. Xavi gets himself back into the lead, but Neymar tries to get the switchback, can't get it done. Nando gets himself another penalty. As we are now going on to lap 27 of 36. Neymar getting side by side with Xavi still. He gets past Xavi around the outside at turn 1. Xavi will have to box again. When is he going to take that pit stop? That is the question. As he started on hards, he's going to have to finish on a different compound to the hards. It's into turn 4. Now goes the leader, and Xavi already almost a second behind. Xavi will be regretting his life decisions. This at this rate is... Has the Alpine boxed? When did this... oh, the Alpine has already boxed. They're on... Oh. Okay. Did not know that. Anywho, race director. Let's see. Pit stops. And where's Xavi's? Yep. Xavi will have to box again. He went from hards to hards. Excuse me. Because that's the Cadillac getting lapped by the Alpine, and now who's now in P2 as Xavi boxed. Xavi is on the mediums. He's definitely too far back now to catch. He might have to settle here for P2 if he can gain enough on the Alpine, who has 12 sec. Okay, never mind. He has P2. Those penalties are crazy. Xavi net P2 on the road. Currently, Neymad is currently on track to win this Grand Prix. He has 8 laps to go. If you include this lap, he has 8 laps to go. Harrison's AI is behind Nando and Jaden. Jaden trying to get that gap up between him and Nando. Is that gap coming down? That gap has come down. That gap is coming down. Ah, Nando's on softs. Jaden is on mediums. So that gap is fluctuating at the moment with Nando's front wing damages. That's Dino going past Vengiak, who was in the pits. Xavi has gained almost 3 seconds on England in P2. Neymad still currently hanging on to this win. The question is Xavi going to be able to gain enough, as that's a yellow flag for the Cadillac. Spun out into the gravel, I believe. As the Alpine boxes. Xavi gets into P2 and sets the fastest lap of the race. A 1:06. He has to gain 13 seconds in 7 laps. That is, I believe, just under a second a lap. Is the Dutchman going to be able to do this? This Neymad is coming up to lap Harrison's AI. I am in shock. Why did Harrison give up so easily? My God. Oh, Harrison. That's Nando in the pits. That's Harrison's AI back into P7, chat. Let's go. Lukey into P8, Nando. Nando's put on a fresh set of softs. This Xavi hasn't really gained on Neymad. The gap has steadied at 16 seconds as we have 6 laps to go. Neymad on his way into turn 4. With the Lewis Hamilton helmet in a Red Bull. So that's Lukey getting past Harrison's AI. Nando is 3.6 seconds off of it. With 12 seconds of penalties. Xavi in P2. Not gaining on Neymad, who is on older tyres. By a good few laps as well. That gap has steadied at 16 seconds. Neymar now has 5 laps to go to the checkered flag. Xavi is going to have to gain well over a second a lap if he wants to win this Grand Prix. He's gained 4 tenths. But he's got a 3 seconds penalty. He's got to gain 15.6 seconds in 5 laps if he wants to win. As that's a Red Bull of Vengiok. Vengiok in the gravel. He's spun it. Xavi has thrown away the win. Although saying that with that strategy, he was probably unlikely he was going to get it anyway. As this man right here has 4 laps to go to claim the Austrian Grand Prix as his own. Through 4 laps to go. It's lap 33 of 36. Neymar can see his teammate in the distance. That's Jaden ahead of his teammate. His teammate getting out of the way. Vengiok getting out of the way. And Neymar into turn 4. Xavi lapping Harrison's AI. Neymar now just has 3 and a bit laps to go to claim the Austrian Grand Prix, to claim victory here at the Red Bull Ring. Neymar now with just 3 laps to go. Lap 34 of 36 on the run to turn 3. Xavi 14.7 seconds behind. Xavi will not be able to gain enough. Neymar will take this win with a comfortable lead. Two and a bit laps to go now for Neymar. Sorry if I'm silent, I just do not know what to say, as this race is pretty spaced out, and that's Jaden getting another penalty. His total penalties now adding up to 15 seconds. My days. As that's Neymar on the penultimate lap, coming up to lap Jaden in P5 in the McLaren, as that's Luki getting past Vengiok. Vengiok is slow. Vengiok is around on the straight. Vengiok down into P8. Can't keep the car straight by the looks of it, by the looks of things. This is Neymar. One lap and 1 sector to go to victory. Ever since Harrison had that moment out of the final corner, Neymar has led this race to absolute perfection as he goes around the final corner now, not only to start the final lap, but to lap Jaden as well. Neymar is going to cruise his way to victory. Absolutely led to absolute perfection. He has picked up the pace this lap. Down towards turn 4 for the final time. braking heavily through to turn 6 and to finish the second sector for the final time this Grand Prix, through turn 7, turn 8, up and over the crest of the hill into turn 9, towards the line now. Neymar is going to win the Austrian Grand Prix. Red Bull win at the Red Bull Ring for the second season running. Xavi 14 seconds behind, almost 15 seconds behind, will come home to take P2 in the Audi. England through turn 8, up and over the crest to turn 9. He will round the final 2 corners to cross the line as a podium finisher in JSR. Dino in the Mercedes will probably be the last one to finish the race. He will be Vengiok, has spun out of turn 9. Hot tyres for him. That's going to be Dino finishing in P4. A good improvement over last week. Around the final corner, Dino finishes P4. And that is your results, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Good.